We are off on our adventure as Bella Astera. And the main story quest, we don't have our main story quest right now, but our main story quest is inside the Waking Sand. Not the Waking Sand. Yeah, the Waking Sands. The Waking Sands. On Nick. On Nick. Ah. Bit my hand. I booped his snoot and he bit my hand. Okay. Ophelia is wearing a wry smile. Might have something to do with your newfound fame. Hey, Shadow, how you doing? Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. For your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without a thought of reward, confirming that the Thinkerid that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. Yes, Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Bella, or rather, you have guests. That's why we're gonna fight people. Look at that, people. Beg pardons. Lady Manphilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa to offer a said hero a place of honor within our ranks. Yes. As you can see, Bella, your recent exploits have gathered you the attentions of the Grand Company of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of your high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Bella's deeds spread so quickly. The immortal flames should know of their triumph is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Tataru. Fucking Tataru, dude. Your reputation precedes you, Miss Astera. No, 'tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together we will let us ensure that peace ever reigns over Twelveswood. Yes, Casey, Lalafell. It's Tataru, the Lalafell. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Astera. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amalja and the Dread Primal, yours was already a respected name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you well. A woman of your talent belongs in the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join our strength to yours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa to the shores of glory. Oh my god. Slime hat. Lady Manphilia? Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of the respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You'll be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you'll be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your future endeavors. If you are agonizing over which Grand Company's best, which of the Grand Companies best serves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day will not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I can see that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurred to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers?
Yeah, woo, yeah. Fine suggestion.
You are wise as you are beautiful, my lady.
Very well. Let Bella hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision.
We eagerly wait your answer. Yes.
Tataru. Fucking Tataru, dude.
I know full well that adventurers are, by their nature, a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Bella, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you'll be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that you will continue to rely upon. I hope we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will need of it in days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. How's my day been? My day has been very short. I literally woke up and got ready to stream. So my day has been pretty good so far. How's your day been, Shadow? Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow you to stay in contact regardless of location.
Yes, ma'am.
Eorzea is changing, Bella, and you have the power to help shape it anew.
Just fine, Shadow.
None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you are made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place.
Fucking Tataru, dude. Fucking Tataru.
And where's Tataru? Where's that girl? Coming for you. Boing, 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 boing. The hat has jiggle physics. Wait. I love this hat. This is the best thing they've ever added to the game that I've seen. Taru!
I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Bella. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place? If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services in Elder Seer Khan Isana will deliver her address in Miketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that. So make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you need to go to Adul, where the Flame General Raban Alden. Oh my god. There's like air trapped in the back of my throat and it's making it hard to speak. Where Flame General Raban Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored that there will be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you will make your way to the stateroom in Linzalo Minza, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Whirlbin Bosfenhim. They'll be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the Sentry Zenthalen. He will admit you. Got that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in the prescribed order. Though your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may change in your favor of your preference travel plans. Farewell. That's her saying, hey, you should do this in this order, but I'm not going to stop you if you try to go to the other one, because they'll just kind of switch to what you want to do. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to Gridania first. Oh, my money. Hey, look, a car. There goes a car. Gridania. And we're going this way. Oh my god, is that Raven Razor? Oh my god, is that Sina Bun Bun? These adventurers. Legends. Oh wait, we're to the amphitheater. That's where we're going. Oh, I forgot we're not going to like her room area. Tatsuka. The amphitheater is so far away. Rowlet Stormborn. Pernipicus Darmus. Going in here. And thus we wait. Okay. The first of 3 meetings.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood, fearful of the Green Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago.
Yeah, Khan is. I still don't know how to say her name. Khan-e Senna? Kana-Senna? I don't know. She's really cool.
Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Can you identify the main characters? Like you have all these like people in normal peasant clothes, and you got these two walking up looking exactly the same from behind.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
Yay! Yay! Woo!
5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable.
Slime King is really amused.
So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
XIV.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
Casey, I'm at a memorial. What better time is there to wear a Slime King hat? Let's put our head down to remember our fallen allies.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Okay, so the people that she's talking about memory that they can't remember, those are they're talking about like the Warriors of Light and the Heroes. Those are actually in lore the players that played Final Fantasy XIV before it got like redone and remastered. It's actually honoring like the players that played at the time as heroes in the actual lore.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood.
Yeah, fuck the Empire.
Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's
We
up
must
to
think
us
of
to
the
protect
children.
All the elementals.
The children, think of the children. We must think of the children.
Oh, and off they go. Everyone's walking away so slowly.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no.
Alfie now. I thought it was Alphanod.
And my sister, Alize, at your service.
There's Alphino and Alize. So I always thought it was Alphanod and Alize. Alize was, yeah, Alize. But I always thought it was Alphanod. This is Alphano. Okay. The D is silent.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
Yes.
You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Alphino.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being a natural warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have been on long friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are not as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it'll be before it is broken. Twelveswood was grievously wounded by the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood and thereby the power of the elements will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their insursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster.
How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? He's hating on the hat. He's hating on the hat in person now. He's come over here just to hate on the hat. The hat is very important to the aesthetic of the game. Okay, I guess we're off to Ul'dah now. This one we can actually just return to. Oh, there's a Chihiro Libel. Oh my goodness. What a legend. Legendary Chihiro Abel. Oh my god, is that Crunchy Sock? I've only heard of Crunchy Sock in history. Oh my god, a Hero Cat. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, that person's a blue mage, aren't they? I saw that attack. They're a blue mage, aren't they? Oh, yep, level 61 blue mage. Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Blue mages are so cool. Derek Blackfoot. We gotta go to the Royal Promenade up at the very top. Up at the very tip top. I'm a goat. Grandmaster Flash. Huntington Strip. Oh, sorry, Hustling Strip. Skyland Eversong. Okay. Delicious Blade Slinger. Decius. Decius? Decius the Blade Slinger. Thistlethorn. That's a cool name. I actually like that. Okay, Raban. Raban, what do you got for me? Convince me. So
Behold,
cool.
'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself.
And Roban as well.
Roban.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Raban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death.
Ooh.
Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade.
You have a good point.
Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you.
Sultana's a lawful, Casey. It's a lawful,
Line
confirmed.
not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Yeah, for Uldar!
Yeah.
Together we are one.
Raban is very good at
Your
speaking to the
grace.
people.
Raubon,
Raubon!
Oh my god.
people of Uldar, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
Okay, Raban, okay. He gives the compelling argument. I will say that. He's very good at speeches.
Fancy meeting you again.
That's it. Yes. The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Almaja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Freet. Judging by your look of distaste, I take you have encountered them. You've encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threats their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with the Freet thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. But he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quite these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Uldar has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will not be finite. It will be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Almaja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they are invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. As such, a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope that the Flame General's words struck a chord with you. Bye, Elise. Bye, Elise. Okay, I guess we're going to Limsa Laminza next. Limsa Lamalabimza. Lamoza Labomzo. Lamomzo Labimzi. Off we go. Actually, no! Damn it. So close. I was like, actually, we could take the airship, but I moved a second later because we were like right next to the airship. It's bustling today. Dr. Bright. What is it? We got Sebastian Taylor. Pasha Aurelithel. Bonnie Peroxy.
To attend the remembrance service, be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The stateroom. Okay, what do you got for me, General blah 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 blah?
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's
Yeah,
sunk
fuck the
beyond the
Guardians.
seabed.
All my boys hate the Garleans. Yes, it's General.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Merlwib. Merlwib. Yep, her name is Merlwib.
"700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
Sam's like, what?
The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
So the red coloring isn't because they like the color red, it's because it's to represent blood. Interesting.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Yes, yes.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been
Racist.
5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have
They're
risen?
fish bastards.
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull.
Those fish bastards.
And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Melvin! Yeah!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow you to the seven hells, Admiral!
Yes, pirates, yar.
Fancy meeting you again.
Yar. I'm a pirate now, yar. Alpha now, I'm pirate, yar. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Linza Lominza is plagued by two beast tribes. First are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominzians' backyard. And that is to say not of internal strife. A nation of pirates, there's no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominzans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with at once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon make the decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched in deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Okay, thanks all for now. This is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now been concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence! Just aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though they are to have them here in the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. I got you, Minfilia. Off we go. Teleportation time. Vesper Bay. I'm coming, Minfilia. Yeah. I'm coming to save you, Minfilia. From politics.
Welcome back, Bella. Were the Grand Company leader's words of illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Bella. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
Yes, quest complete. Yes.
Alpha now and Alize.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
True, honestly, it's pretty true.
As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Gonna go quickly, second. Go.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
Yeah, you get it, Alize. Alize.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
Bye, Alize.
My lady! We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
We got this. We're gonna save the fucking world. We're gonna save the fucking world. Okay, so here's the question. Which officer do we choose? Thinking about either the Twin Adders or the Maelstrom. I don't want to go with the Immortal Flames, because that's why I'm on my main. And also, now that I've watched the cutscene, I feel like... Let's see, we got the Twin Adders, who want peace to the forest. You have the Immortal Flames, who are trying to figure out money stuff. It's all economical, and they're trying to figure out homeless problems. You got the Maelstrom, who are trying to rebuild, but at the same time, there's a shit ton of rebellion and stuff happening within their own people. Do I really want to deal with that? I think I might go with the Twin Adders, all because they just seem the nicest. in that sense. I'm gonna go with the Twin Adders. Hello. I take the Elder Seed Seer's words have touched your hearts. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? Yes. Well, you have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seed Seer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to our headquarters in Gridania, the Adder's Nest. Twin Adder recruitment officer seems eager to welcome you to Gridania's Grand Company. The building you seek stands in the southern part of the city, now called New Gridania. Give your name to the personnel officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt that your deeds will bring great honor to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you sister. Okay, let's go to Gridania. And when we get to Gridania, we're also going to change our Hearthstone to actually be at Gridania. Make things a bit easier. And we're going to make this our Hearthstone. Yes. And now when we teleport, when we do return, we'll teleport here instead. Mitsuba Hatsun. Hello, I'm home. Hey, congratulations, Casey. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. My name is Bellister. I believe you are expecting me, or I am here to enlist. If you have nope, you're expecting me. I'm important. Ah, the great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment office sent the word that you were on your way. It is a pleasure and honor both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! Sir! What is it? Report. An urgent message from Amarisek Spire, sir. A high-wind skyship's airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines are crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of Nine Ivies. Nine Ivies? God, Nine Ivies? God, this would not have come at a worsened time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield, dealing with the Ixal. Bella, I know full well you have not yet formally inducted into our ranks. We have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of Nine Ivies. Locate the airship and ascertain the status of the passengers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Going where? We're going to the southern portion of the East Shroud. We'd have to go up this way. Okay, we gotta go. Okay, I see. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Ba-da-da-da-ba-da. Mandy Panda. Zetsui Adani? His name is Dark Essence. What an edgelord. Death the Reaper. What edgelords. We're almost there. Alice Cullen. Dear ferry skipper, take me to Sweet Bloom Pyre. Yes, hurry. Sorry, pier. Sweet Bloom Pier. Those are only quests, right? Yeah. Quest. Oh, levies. Yeah, we gotta do the levies. We still don't have a mount yet. All these slugs and pigs and trents. Most fearsome of enemies. 3 slugs. I'm putting the chapters together to give it more structure and make it easier to find certain parts of the magic pattern. Ooh. I dig it, Casey. For those who don't know, Casey is working on a book. Super exciting. She's hit 92 pages now. Rolls to the camp. Ugh. You! Quina Lega, the Adventurers Guild representative for local levy quests at Hawthorne Hut, is seeking an adventure to undertake guild levies. Hail adventure, I am Quina Lega, and guild levy representative of the Adventurers Guild. If it is work you seek, the good folk who reside in the vicinity of Hawthorne Hut have entrusted me with a multitude of tasks that I am eager to assign to stalwart heroes. Stalwart ones, yes, say again. Many of these levy quests are not for the faint of heart or frail of body. Before I send you marching into the wilderness, I must see what manner of adventurer has arrived upon my doorstep, so to speak. Let's start with your trial guild levy, shall we? How does this one suit you? Sure. Do or not? Oh, it's another beckon one. Okay, we're doing a beckon quest. We're doing a beckon guild levy. I'm jumping. There we go. This way. Flash. There we go. You, gnat. Get the fuck over here, you puss gnat. You Sylph, get over here. Come to me, come to me. We're going this way. Come to me, Sylph, come to me. What the fuck? No! Where the fuck did you come from, you bastard? I didn't even see the guy spawn. Where the fuck did you come from? Come on. Oh, that was bugging me. Anyways. Continue. Let's go. Come on, Sylph. Come on. We must bring you back to your home. You son of you lemur. Fucking monkey. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on. Come on, Sylph. It's not moving when I want it to move. Get the fuck over here. Get over here, you. Get over here. Trying to take you home. There you go. I don't like the Beacon ones. I don't like the Beacon ones. Yay. Such a passable diligence and general competence are excellent, exactly the qualities I admire most. Now that I am satisfied that you possess the necessary level of skill, feel free to pursue the guild levies I have available. I look forward to hearing your future exploits. Okay, now let's continue our quest. Found this.